Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin as we're heading into a new trading week. Obviously it started, so I wish you a great start to the new week. Important to, I think, understand that Bitcoin has not yet broken out of the local range. Yesterday, when I made the last video, Bitcoin was trying. But as I said to you in the videos yesterday and over the last few days, the risk of, let's say, a fake out is quite high. So I would not call that a fake out yet. It wasn't even a really strong attempt to break out, but there was, a slight break above the trend line. Now we've fallen back into the range. I'm talking about the range in which we've been moving since March, and the price has not yet broken above. But bear in mind, the blue count, which I showed you and shared with you, the blue scenario could have already topped. It can top at any point, even though I would prefer it to go a little bit higher, but it's time to... That's why I added the support area, right? That's why I added the support region in orange here on the daily chart. It is now relevant, and I need to adjust it just slightly. Not really, no. It can stay where it is. So between 53,100 and 60,960. So this is the main support region for a wave 2 pullback in the blue count. Actually, in the white wave 4, and I explained to you in the last video that I see both as realistic wave counts, and they are both pretty much going in the same direction. The difference between the two counts is that the third wave in white should actually push a little bit higher, and the wave 4 shouldn't be so deep. But because it can be both, because the move up has been in 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the blue count is definitely an option. It's definitely an option, whereas the white count is my preference, which is a little bit more aggressively bullish. And to be honest, the small rejection we've now seen, let's say overnight, after the attempted upside breakout above the trend line, that's not meaningful at all. Okay, we haven't even broken below a previous swing low, and even if we do, it would only be on the 1 hour chart. What really matters is if we can hold a higher low after the next decent pullback. But let me tell you that if the market cannot reach 73,600, let's say roughly, okay, 73,500, 73,600 or higher, before starting a decent pullback, I would call it the blue count, because in the blue scenario we already have 5 waves up completed. It's not my preferred wave count for various reasons, just because it's not the most probable scenario and not how normally a diagonal pattern unfolds in crypto. But it's valid, okay, and sometimes, just sometimes, and you know that, the market takes the slightly less probable scenario, and that would be this wave 2, okay? In the white count, I would like it to go a little bit higher in wave 3 before a 4th wave starts, then a 5th wave, of a larger degree wave 1. So wave 1 either finishes in this region, or it needs another 4-5 pattern. Both bullish counts, both should be a setup to 100k plus. So looking at the shorter time frame, not really much happened since yesterday. The market tried to break above the trend line. It broke slightly above it. I mean, I guess on some exchanges you can draw it this way or that way. Certainly not a break above the trend line. And however, I can see a wave 1, a wave 2. The third wave might be completed. The first key level is this red line at 68,050. A break below it, should it happen, wouldn't be dramatic. In that case, then the focus would shift on the lower support or the lower key level around 66,650. But if that level breaks as well, I think then probabilities start to increase that we are in this larger pullback I shared with you on the just on the larger time frame on the daily, right? So in the very short term, I would also prefer the price to go a little bit higher, get to that 73,520 to 74,430 level. And should a signal for a top be here, substantial. I mean, I'm just sharing here I'm sharing with you here on the smaller time frame what the last key levels are, right? The micro count. If we break below the upper support there, or the highest swing low, the last swing low, it wouldn't necessarily be a signal that the larger pullback has started, but it would be a reason to watch. But just breaking one swing low is not meaningful enough, in my opinion, to start a decent pullback or as a signal. But breaking the second one and maybe the third one would be. So yeah, that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.